two programs have rocked the establishment more than these two, and it's built a rivalry between them that's been nasty at times. It's had its fair share of cheap shots and ruined seasons, all in the quest for the milk can. Welcome to Valley Children's Stadium in Fresno, California, home to the Fresno State Bulldogs. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Boise State Broncos, facing off with another team from the Pac-12, the Fresno State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Fresno State will kick it off and we will be underway. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Boise State's offense will go on the attack first. The Broncos pulled out a close one against the Bulldogs the last time they met.
And that was a big win by Boise State, too. That's one their fans have been celebrating, and the players carrying that milk can trophy off the field. They're hoping to do that again today.
And I think having an opportunity to make another statement or to revenge some of that, right? That's the beautiful thing about the rivalry games. It sticks with you. It's posted all over social media everywhere, and you got a chance at redemption.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble, but converts on fourth down, still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The Broncos with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Complete. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Broncos in a good spot here with second and short. They'll leave it with the lone back, fighting off the defender. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Catch in the middle, it's man. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. And the Broncos are threatening in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Wants to fire on second down. Touchdown, Broncos! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Fresno State's offense will go to work for the first time today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Running back searching for a hole. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. All right, guys, let's chat about Fresno State. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations, and this is the business we live in. Sports when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Sends it back in motion. And some room to work. Turning it on. The spin, still on his feet. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. Extending the play. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That'll bring him to within 4.
You want to talk about leg talent? That kid just made that kick 40-plus yards into the wind. That's incredible.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The give to the back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Guys, they first played in 1977. They've had their battles in the WAC, the Mountain West, and here they are again today.
Yeah, they've changed conferences, and it's kind of an interesting rivalry, Palmer, because they don't play every year. So, but it's been kind of neutral the last 10 matchups, so good little rivalry, still budding, still blooming.
Yeah, it's a fun one to watch, David. This thing really kicked off back when Boise State joined the WAC, and that year they upset then number 8 Fresno State. I think that's when people around the country started paying more attention to this rivalry.
This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
The Broncos are moving quickly down the field. They go to the draw. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second. So the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Finds the tight end. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. And it's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a...
Breaks into the open. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole and getting positive yards.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
Going to the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Boise State. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed a play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. He gave him time to react, and he almost pulled off the interception. Instead, it'll be second down. Let's take a second to talk about Fresno State. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And, David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a 3-star defensive lineman. A guy like that that's got some size, that's got some potential. Again, you want to rotate those guys as much as possible, keep them fresh. This guy could be a player down the road.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to take a shot. Hauls it in down the sideline. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They'll leave it with him. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Bulldogs will hustle to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines. Get it.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Jordan. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Pitts. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. North Texas has the lead right now. The good folks in Denton have been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 4 over Clemson. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The give from the gun. Slithers into space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. Makes a grab past the marker. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll go to the sneak. And the Broncos kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Snagged in the middle. It's man. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Quick strike complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Got enough space, and he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. These corners backing off a bit. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, all week, the Broncos and Bulldogs tried to bottle up their emotions, but things just boiled over in that first half. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. Two workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. A lot of football still to be played as these two scratch and claw for the right to claim that old milk can.
The Broncos will kick it away to start the second half.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
This offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Fresno State will have to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. They'll go to the ground. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Makes the grab over the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Second down coming up. Takes the handoff. It's O'Neal. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. And the Broncos are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Safe completion on the screen. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to...
Touchdown, Broncos! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen...
It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle, it's Jordan. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. And the Bulldogs come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Jordan. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46.
Well, I love the body control there by the running back. He had to catch that right on the sideline, make sure he had his feet in bounds, try and pick up some positive yards.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's got it on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Bulldogs really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds his big tight end. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Finds his big tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Fresno State. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders. 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you taught? Like, make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field, don't give up big plays, or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss a tackle.
With the catch, it's Pitts. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Pitts. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Fresno State right back to the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. North Texas is dominating this one, and you can bet the good folks in Denton are loving every aspect of this offense. They're up by 22 over Clemson.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. To the ground with the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
The Broncos are marching down the field. He wants it all. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. I haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He caught it! This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down.
Really nice execution by this offense. This is the time, right? Late in the football game, got to get a few 1st downs to preserve this lead, to get out of here with the W. They trust their quarterback. They protect him. They get the 1st down.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Boise State. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season. And now with the extra... So Boise State takes down Fresno State, and these two often use each other as a measuring stick. That's how rivalries are born, and this one certainly delivered. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.